Hey, everybody. Welcome to our show.
Welcome.
It's about time. It's all about me.
Okay, and you keep hitting that thing. I warned them, stop spreading your legs so wide because you're going to be hitting. That didn't sound right, did it? Because you're hitting it.
Stop. My leg is in between the table so I can stretch. Oh, my God.
Welcome, everybody. It is.
You never know what you're going to get with this show.
It is October 21st, and it is Wednesday, 5 o'clock our time, and it is going to be, that means it's 10 o'clock Eastern. So no, 8 o'clock Eastern. Wow, what a great way to start the show.
I just added 2 more hours.
We're sober, I promise. We haven't had anything to drink yet, but we will, because we have a special show today. This is our anniversary show.
It is.
So we're going to talk.
Look what 3 years does to you.
You can't talk. You have no idea what you're doing. But yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about our channel. We also have in the green room, we provided them with some drinks, a little bit of food, and we're taking care of them. And it's our friends Chris and Brad from ChadCruisers. They will be joining us shortly, and we're going to be telling spooky tales. So we have a couple of stories that we're going to tell some of our own personal stories, spooky stories, and then also some about some of the haunted haunted ships.
Oh,
say that 5 times.
Oh,
some of
my gosh,
the haunted shits. I said,
Derick. Oh my God. Okay.
Take 2. We're going to be talking about haunted ships.
Yes, I thought you were going to say that for a 3rd time. All right. So now that we got it under control, that we are going to talk about haunted ships. Yes.
Why don't we bring in?
We will be bringing in ChadCruisers. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey.
I'm speechless.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. Thanks for the drinks.
Oh, you're welcome. We're glad to provide them all the way to Canada for you.
Thank you.
We also have some mail that we're going to talk about in a few minutes, but we wanted to welcome you guys. Always fun to have you on our show, and love your shirts. Your shirts are amazing. So where can we get those?
We have some available on the Teespring website. So on our Facebook group, we have a link.
Yes.
Different colors and sizes. Yeah.
Same design though. Just the color different.
I like it. I really like that.
Awesome.
Your ChadCruisers design with the ship. I think it's really sharp looking.
And I like the border around the neck and the arms. That's pretty cool.
So, Greg, we already have people in chat. Why don't we say hello to them? So
we're going to do a chat check.
Brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More Sunshine, Please. That man is amazing. Is that good?
We'll go with that. All right. So we got Extraordinary Adventures of My Ordinary Life.
Hey, Jennifer.
This is the first time Moonshine Jennifer, I think, is on our show. Hello, Derick and Greggory.
Been on before.
Moonshine Jennifer here to congratulate you on your 3-year anniversary. Here's to many more years of fun adventures ahead. Well, thank you so much. And we have ChadCruisers. Yay, this is going to be a fun and exciting show. Can't wait. For food, Wanda. Rachel Loves Dizney. Shauna Snow. Adventures of David and Aaron.
Oh, hey.
Awesome. Always on the move.
Josh.
NoMapsNeededTravel.
Maddie and Scott.
Tiffany Peacock. Innocence Abroad. Pepper Tree Villa. Fisher Fun Ventures. Captain Akron 27.
Akron.
I always say Akron, sorry. RobFuz in the house. Lucy MGM. Colin Cropley. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Where are we at here? Sorry, I'm going through the list.
Did you say RobFuz?
I did. Innocence Abroad, if I didn't say you. It's Joey's World, Cheap Meal Food Cat.
Hey, Cat.
Hey, Cat.
MG Toe, Lucy MGM, Kyle John, Nautical Nurse Nancy. Welcome everybody to our show.
Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. RobFuz, thank you. He said happy anniversary. So this is our...
Thank you, Lucy
our-
MGM as well.
And we had Pepper Tree Billy. Oh, wow, Derick. Yeah, I guess I got to be careful. I have to write the words down apparently now. I have to read from a prompter, but then I'll probably still read them. Ben is sending us all these... What's that character?
You should have your mouth washed out with soap, Doug said, and potty mouth. That's disgusting.
Oh, wow. That word with a sign.
And Ben said those are called ringer tees. I did not know they had
Yes,
a proper name. That's
they
cool.
Yeah, and it's still early in the day, you guys. My gosh, how crazy. All right, so is now, where did I...
Just Noah's Adventure, welcome.
Welcome, guys. Thank you so much.
MGM Family Travel.
So we're going to start the day with using our
We said watch the language.
special cups. Greg, I don't know how you saw them. Oh, it says a devilish delight. Poison elixir is what I'm drinking.
Mine is frightfully good. Bat's blood. So there's two other designs. One I think is a witch's brew, and another one I don't remember what. But
There you go.
cheers,
dilly,
dilly, dilly.
guys.
Cheers.
Here.
Welcome, Mary Ellen Dillon. Jerry, awesome sunset travels.
So we're drinking our favorite Rosa Regal. We usually get this on a Disney cruise or any cruise really that we can get our hands on these.
Yeah, that's our favorite wine.
So we just have to pretend we're on a cruise right now.
Exactly.
Since we can't be on a cruise. So
Welcome, Surfer Girl 326. Thank you
I
for
know,
joining
right?
us.
We're moving.
It's really rocky right now.
Surfer Girl 326. Yep. Very awesome sunset travel. And I think now we're all caught up.
We got Jim, Cheap Mail Food Cat.
Jim just came in. Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy YouTube-iversary. He just came up with a new name.
So I'm going to go over some notes that if I can find them. But
Notes?
yeah,
Well, why don't we talk about the mail real quick?
Okay.
We basically we're not going to read the letter, but we'll basically summarize what Rachel sent, and she was just thanking us for being a YouTube channel for her, for her to watch us, for something to watch, and for her to get to know us and get to know the YouTube community. She also said that she wants to try cruising because of us, which is nice to know. She'd like to go on a cruise sometime, but her and Tiffany have chats going on back and forth normally during our show, and they talk about our show as we do it. So they're probably doing that right now. So I hope you guys are having fun with that. And thank you very much for your kind words. We appreciate your support. And we loved the birthday videos that you made for Derick and myself. And I'm sure everybody else, I can speak for them, I'm sure that they loved the birthday videos that you make for them as well. You really go out of your way to do that.
What? Wanda,
thank you very much.
Gosh, you are so awesome.
30
Thank
more
you.
years of YouTube. By then, I hope it's a corporation. No.
So these are stickers.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, Greg, look at that.
Oh, wow.
A station.
So when Greg and I
I
originally
love those.
decided to do a YouTube channel, we didn't think about all the friends and what we mean to people's lives. And that was one of the blessings
That's
that
awesome.
we can make people bring a little bit of shine to their lives. So our goal
Yeah, we can't say we bring sunshine because that's Jim.
Yes.
He brings sunshine. We just bring shine.
our goal was to a lot of people said they live vicariously through us, and so we decided to start a channel, but it was also to help us with memories of our channel. So there's a couple more here, but I'll do one more.
No, show them. You only have like 3 left. You can't show them.
Right.
We'll do one more. We won't show you the last 3.
Oh, this reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
That is cool. So thank you so much, Rachel. But yeah, that's one of the great things that we've had a chance to just the friends that we made along the way.
Yep.
And it's awesome. So
And we got 2 of them right here.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, certainly. And we also want to say welcome to, where did we leave off? Because Mary Ellen Dillon, JAKA the Wrench Bowen, Colin Crupley, I think I said already. If I
Already
missed
been 3
anybody,
years.
I apologize. Doug and Nikki.
Tequila Eva is there too.
Eva, I did see you. Thank you. Welcome. J&N Travels. And thank you, Eva, for the congratulations, and everyone that said congratulations. Thank you. I think we're all caught up.
Awesome.
So really, people that we met in person and from YouTube, it's just one big YouTube family, and we feel close to a lot of you, and with everybody, just our subscribers and viewers. It's awesome, how we've all come together. I also see, where I just lost it. Oh, See the World with Chris. We have a polo on Marco Polo, and I told something earlier today, and I made Chris lose 10 minutes of his drive. He said he laughed so much that he missed his exit and had to go all the way back. So I'm glad I could do that for you, Chris, and make your day even brighter.
So some of our channel stats. We originally created our channel 7/23 in 2017, but we weren't really sure if we knew what we were doing. So
we didn't know what we were doing.
So in August,
hey, Roland,
we went to Superior Dairy Ice Cream. We took an Amtrak train from Madera, and we went to Hanford, which is like 45-minute train ride.
It was the longest train ride ever.
It was not. And we decided to see if we could film. So we learned a few things.
Melissa,
you don't film this way, you film this way.
Yep.
But it was a good learning experience, and we weren't actually going to release it because you could tell how awkward we were in front of it.
Well, I know I wasn't feeling well that day, but we wanted to do this, and we were pushing ourselves, but it was still a lot of fun. So, and surprisingly, it was one of the most watched videos that they
originally
said on our statistic information, or whatever you want to call it. And we're like, really? This was probably one of our most horrible videos that we did.
But our first video, because we went to went to England, and we also went to Disneyland Paris. So we vlogged that. Those are going to be our first vlogs. And we released our first one, which was We Are D&G Explorers, which became our channel intro, which we're going to have to do another one. That was released on 10/9. But our first vlog was on 10/14.
Margaret Wilson, thank you so much. Happy YouTube anniversary, my friends. Love you. We love you also. Hi, Mom.
We can't wait to meet you on the panorama.
Happy Halloween coming up, Mom says. Yes, less than 2 weeks.
So our first video was the Superior Dairy was on 10/14. And then from there, we went into our Disneyland Paris. We went into our Cornwall, England series. And then we did our whole, our Disneyland one. So those are the first ones. And when I look back at them, I'm thinking, my gosh, I think the biggest thing is we're a lot more comfortable in front of the camera now.
Hey, Rachel.
We have definitely a lot of friends. But just to see...
We have come a long way.
We've come a long way. And a lot of it was because of our lives. We're a lot more comfortable because of our live shows.
Yeah, I think now we aren't so self-conscious anymore, and like you saw when we first started the show, we flubbed up majorly. Well, he flubbed up majorly, but that just brings charm to the show. I think it's not anything major or bad, it's funny. So I think it just brings charm to the show.
Yes. So currently we are at 1,875 subs. We're only 25 subs away from 1,900.
Oh, wow.
So that is awesome. We've had 116,464 views. So over 100,000, which we are like very surprised. So
hi, Travel Kiwi.
We're happily impressed with that. So thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for the super chats,
yes,
Wanda and Margaret. We are going to be releasing, I'm hoping tomorrow, we're going to be releasing our first video from the Cancun, the all-inclusive, I said it right, the
I
all-inclusive resort.
know it is
Um,
all inclusive.
And Wanda is in a lot of those because we had such an amazing time with her. So we're looking forward to that. I'm just putting the finishing touches on that vlog. So this week, sometime for sure, hopefully tomorrow, it'll be out.
And there's a lot of YouTubers that are planning on going next
Yep.
week to Cancun. I don't know
There's
all
like
of
3 or 4 days earlier.
yeah, I don't know all of them, but I know it's a bunch
A
of
lot.
them that are
See the World with Chris
going.
is here. Is there Nautical Nurse Nancy? The Life is Good Today.
They're all
gonna be there?
going?
Yeah, there's several channels that are going. So
just safe travels, you guys, when you go, and just be careful.
they'll have a blast if it's anything like they had earlier. So
Fisher Fun Ventures, welcome.
welcome, guys. Yes.
Oh yeah, Star Wars at Sea, Star Wars Day at Sea video. Yep. So we have ChadCruisers on here, and we definitely want to give them the chance to talk about their upcoming group cruise that they have in 2022. So take it away, guys.
Oh yeah. So if anyone's interested and wants to go on a cruise, and especially for newcomers, it's a great chance to go on a cruise. Is going on a group cruise because you'll be with people you know through YouTube, like you guys, D&G Explorers are going. We're gonna go, as long as a few other people. So it's a great chance to go on a cruise with people you know, and you'll be more comfortable. You'll know people. So we're going on the NCL Encore, and it's going to be on February 6th, 2022. So it's still a little bit so far
2 years
away.
from now.
So it gives people plenty of time to save up some money.
Save your pennies.
So yeah, exactly. So it's a Eastern Caribbean cruise, and it's going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Tortola and British Virgin Islands, and Great Stirrup Key or K, which one you prefer. So the information's in our Facebook group, ChadCruisers, and we'll post that also on our YouTube channel. So it's a great chance to go on a cruise 2022, February. So please come.
Awesome. And Innocence Abroad just made an announcement. Eva buying the first round for everyone here that goes.
Yay, Eva!
Seeing that most of us will have the unlimited package anyway, I guess, she won't have to buy anything for us.
That's why I'm buying it.
If we haven't already, welcome Caroline Life, as well as I think we said hi to Food Cat. So
Yep.
welcome. Thank you for
And
joining us.
that will be a lot of fun. So
Absolutely, yeah.
That'll be our first ship that we sell on for the second time, and we're actually selling it back to back because we're going to be on the Encore for Greg's big birthday in Alaska, 6 months before. Yeah. So we're excited about doing that because we'll be able to really enjoy everyone's company because we've already been on the ship. So, and it's Super Bowl weekend. So the Bills are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. What could be better?
And Lucy MGM said we might have to look into that one. So
It's going to be fun.
yep, there you go. And then we also have a cruise coming up. It wasn't really planned as a group cruise, but it's a ton of YouTubers that are ending up going to the Carnival Panorama in February. God willing, we get to go. So,
Hopefully.
huh?
I hope so.
Yeah, we hope so too. And so we're going to be staying at one of the most haunted places that you could stay at, being that we're talking about haunted stuff today. We're going to be staying at the Queen Mary in Long Beach. So that's going to be fun. And it's only one night, but still, we can tour the ship. We can, walk around and stuff. It doesn't go anywhere. It's docked for good. Unless for some reason they have to move it. I don't know, but it's been there, I think, since the 1960s. So it's been there quite a while.
Yep.
Just make sure you don't bring anyone with you from Queen Mary to the panorama.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stay behind Queen Mary.
It is apparently haunted, and that's kind of what we're going to be talking about during the show today. So it's Halloween time. It's our cruising show, but we're still going to be talking about, haunted ships or, haunted stories or, things that we've experienced in our life. And not to say that everybody believes in it. We respect everybody's beliefs if they do or don't believe in it. But it's just, stuff we've heard and personally have experienced. So,
but this is what you can find online. You can find a lot of this information about all these different stories. So maybe that might be a good segue to talk about that, the Queen Mary. So why don't we start?
That was my segue.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a very nice segue.
Right.
And you didn't catch it.
All right, so we're going to segue right into that. And so, Brad, you have some information on the history of the Queen Mary and what it was originally supposed to be for.
Yeah, absolutely. The Queen Mary, her maiden voyage was way back in 1936, May 27th, and she sailed from Southampton that day. Mainly used for transatlantic voyages, also used during World War II to transport troops from New Zealand and Australia to England to help in the war efforts. And after that was reconverted back into a passenger ship, carrying over 2.1 million passengers over her career and sailing over 3.7 million miles over her career. So a ship with definitely a lot of history. Some of the most famous guests to sail on board her were Sir Winston Churchill, Eisenhower before he was president, Queen Elizabeth, the current monarch, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, Bob Hope, and Bing Crosby. So definitely a ship with a ton of history and a ton of people have enjoyed her over the years.
Wow. I didn't know all those famous people had sailed on it before. Awesome.
They said that I'm trying to find out. Sorry, it was named after Mary of Teck, the wife of George V.
George
the Fifth. Did you say that?
Yeah, Mary. No, I didn't say that. Mary of Teck, Queen Consort of King George V. Yeah, so.
And the king died shortly before the ship's maiden voyage.
Mm-hmm.
So the spookiness starts there.
Mm-hmm.
There is then now they do say that it's supposed to be 2 times bigger than the Titanic, which I could totally see. It's a very long, very broad ship. So, but apparently, room B340 is supposed to be the world's most haunted hotel room, like in the world, from what I saw on YouTube. And I have seen some videos of people actually going into that room. It was closed for many, many, many years, and I think like 30 years. And then they finally opened it. They gutted it out. They redid it and everything. They let people stay in for a short time. And then I guess they closed it again, and now I think it's open again. So, but apparently it's supposed to be very haunted. At least 5 people have passed in that room, if not more, from various reasons. So,
like when was the last one? Like last year or something?
I don't know.
So are they allowed to check in on that hotel room? Like,
Yeah, it's expensive to stay there, though. I think it's like $200 or $400
a night to get haunted. Ooh, no thanks. I'm okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've seen videos where people have stayed in, and I think we were talking about this with Brad earlier, that there's another channel that I was watching where 5 guys were in there, and they were trying to see, if things were going to happen, and they waited until 3 o'clock in the morning, which I guess is the witching hour, whatever they call it. And that's when they really noticed things happening. They did give a disclaimer in the beginning that they kept some stuff out that they taped because I guess they thought it was too intense. But they said after that night, they do believe in that kind of stuff because a lot of things were happening. So
I don't know. Jonathan Chong, I think you already said hello. Welcome. Lothar 900, welcome. Dave and Brandy Excursions, hello guys and gals. And Kay Atwood also joined us too. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're talking a little bit about the Queen Mary and some of the haunted stories. We're going to tell some our own personal scary stories. I got overruled on the one I wanted to say. Greg said that's not a scary story.
oh my gosh. No, it's not a scary story. It's a disgusting story.
But okay, Queen Mary. Some of the things they do on there, they do have tours that you can take. There's ghost tours. We are looking at doing that. They also used to have it where they would have like a haunted maze. where people could go in there and they would get scared and all that?
Well, that ship is a maze itself because they said you could get lost in that ship. It's so big.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're shaking your head no. Are you saying no, you don't want to get lost? Well, this day and age, we got GPS and everything on our phone, so I'm sure we can find our way out.
Oh, wow.
She's
You'll
up
get
to date
lost.
with today's standards, so you wouldn't have to worry.
Somebody was, I don't know who, Lothar 900, me and my father are related to Lady of Tech in a family bloodline.
Oh, wow.
Who's Lady of Tech?
It's the one that we were just talking about.
Oh, I don't remember. I must not have heard you. I was probably looking at something. Okay.
That's very cool. You guys have anything else you want to add about the Queen Mary?
Ben from PTV is here also.
No, not really. Other than
It's already retired.
yeah, she was retired in 1967 as a passenger ship. She sailed. Greg was mentioning on Halloween night from Southampton all the way down around South America to her current place in Long Beach. Right now,
Wow.
she's obviously the hotel. So
It took her till December to get there, so that was a long journey.
Journey.
and someone might know this in the chat, but her last voyage was a passenger voyage. I think you could have sailed as a passenger all the way to Long Beach. I'm not sure about that, but I remember reading it somewhere. So that would have been really cool.
And
To
they
say
have Halloween night, you said?
They sailed on Halloween, but they didn't get there until
December.
December in Long Beach. So
That's a long time.
that is a long time.
journey going around the bottom of South America, Cape Horn.
And now, as it's a hotel, I think they said they have 3 world-renowned restaurants that are in that hotel. So I don't know if we're really going to get the full experience of the hotel, being that we're going to be there. We're going to get to the hotel that day when we travel, right? Okay. So whatever time we get there, you're going to have from then until early the next morning, and then you get on the ship.
There's a few of us which are going to be there. There's like maybe 6 cruising channels that are going to be.
Yeah.
going.
Brad and Chris are going to be there, I know. I think Nurse
Margaret.
Nancy is staying there.
Nurse Nancy, Wanda.
Yep.
And I think, I'm not sure if See the World with Chris is going to be
Was
staying.
Papa Mozo staying if he
He's-
was going?
Yeah, I think he was going to stay there too. And then Tiffany says a lot of YouTubers I watch go to the Queen Mary and investigate it. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. Just type in Queen Mary or Queen Mary Haunted, and they all pop up.
yeah. David and Aaron to the Queen Mary is amazing. Lots of fun to stay on an overnight. We had Najuma Brown. Thank you, Najuma. You are on
Thank you.
everyone's chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We also had someone else that I was going to make a comment on and I missed it. Sorry. Rayleigh Creative Travel. Thank you for joining
Lane,
us.
welcome.
Yes.
So it's only like
Chris does.
3 months away. Oh yeah.
And the thing about Queen Mary is if you're going on a cruise, it's right next to where the cruise ships leave from. So it's very, very convenient.
So we just have to walk
Mm-hmm.
across.
Yep, Miracle Nurse Nancy at the spooky Queen Mary. So it's like 3 or 4 months away, give or take. But hopefully we can still go.
Oh my God. Indian room. Ooh.
If we don't go, we have a backup plan.
Yes. If not, we are going to be staying at the Rio Palace Peninsula in Cancun. where we
Again.
So if it doesn't happen, we're set. We're good with that.
You're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've never sailed out of the West Coast. We're from the West
No,
Coast, but we've
never.
never sailed. We've only sailed out of the East Coast or Florida. So this is the first time that we'll be sailing out of California. Ooh,
Oh.
that means
Oh.
one thing.
Let me show this real quick. A lot of people believe that certain things were taken off the Queen Mary and put on the Queen Mary 2. Certain objects supposedly ghosts can grab onto adamant objects. This explains the videos. I didn't know they have a Queen Mary 2.
Mm-hmm. That's So remember, Greg, don't take anything. No candlesticks or anything.
I'm
like
not
that.
taking anything with me. Are you kidding me? I'll just take my own belongings, and they better stay away from my belongings.
Save everything.
But I'm not sure if it was Chris or Brad that mentioned that it is literally right next to where
Yeah,
the
they just said
panorama
that.
will be booking. I know, but I don't know which one who said it.
Chris did. I mean, Brad did.
And that
sorry.
was the interest of why we wanted to go there, because we're not familiar with the hotels which are around it, and we're paying about $250 a night, which is pretty pricey. But I think for the history that you're getting
Oh, wow.
and the chance to take something home with you.
No.
Oh, the ghost like golden hair guys, huh? Okay. Adventures of David Aarons to the city of Long Beach also offers a free bus shuttle in front of the Queen Mary that will take you into downtown Long Beach. Well, that might be cool. So who's our spotlight channel that we don't have a...
Oh, I got rid of their
Here's
banner.
our spotlight. Woo!
It is
We need to
sponsored
find
by
the other one.
it's sponsored by MGM Family Travel, Lucy and Bill. So thank you guys for providing us with the the light that we're not using right now. I got to find it. But we want to introduce you guys to a brand new channel.
Hey, Disney Nerd Herders.
Welcome, guys.
And Random Cruiser.
Good show tonight, Disney Nerd Herders. But we want to introduce you to a new channel. They've only just
Maddie, you're funny.
have their second video. They are part of the Chad Cruising family.
They're starting out strong, though.
Yes, and we would love for you guys to join them on their journeys. And it is NoMapsNeededTravel.
Yep, Maddie and Scott.
Yes,
they're
so-
awesome people, and we ask that you please go and check out their videos as they start on their YouTube journey.
Nothing like seeing a channel start from the beginning, and literally you can
And they grow fast.
Yes. We also want to say, for those of you who have are creating, please put that in the chat so other people can check you out. I think at this point, everyone that's in
Check
the chat
out your
channels.
Yes, your content.
And there's a lot of people that are coming out with so many different things, and I have just released stuff. I know Adventures of David and Aaron just released.
Hey, Bob and
something.
Ashley, welcome.
Welcome, guys. We have who else? Jane and Travels were live today. There's just so many people that are putting stuff out there, whether it's live vlogs. Please check each other out. Look, get some great content that you guys can enjoy. So thank you, No Maps Needed Travel.
And yesterday was Maddie's birthday.
It was.
So
Hey,
happy
happy
birthday to Maddie.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Dilly dilly, cheers. So Maddie and I are the same age. That's all we're gonna say.
25?
Huh?
25?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob and Ashley.
All right. So another, so I'm really excited about going on the Queen Mary. That's one of the things I've always wanted to do, but it's also one of those things. There's so much to see. Like if we go down to Anaheim or LA, it's usually because we're going to Disneyland. We don't really want to stop somewhere. If we have that extra time, we'd rather be in the parks.
Oh,
It's not open, unfortunately. Greg, did you actually wanted to make
Oh,
some
yeah.
news about that?
We were going to touch on that just a little bit, even though it's a cruise show. So yesterday, Disney basically announced, or the governor, or both, of California, that they're not opening the rest of this year, which I kind of figured. So they've been closed since March. We don't know when they're going to open next year. Basically, Anaheim has to be in the yellow, I believe they said, for 3 weeks straight before they're considered to reopen again. So, and Disneyland's kind of upset because they already had, policies and procedures in place for safety and everything. And now they can't even do that because the governor won't let major big amusement parks open at this point. So no Halloween, no Christmas celebration, nothing. And I get that safety is important, but Walt Disney World is doing it and they seem to be just fine. So why can't we? And that's kind of what they're upset about right now. So they are contesting it, I think. And I don't know if they're going to seek legal action, but yeah, it's sad. Downtown Disney is open. So they're making money off of their merchandise. They're making money off of Disney Plus. and all the other parks that are open, international parks, and then Walt Disney World.
But
So
because of California not being open, they have to do layoffs, which
yeah,
affect Walt Disney World.
It did affect a lot of people.
Yeah. So hopefully
over
it gets
20,000 something
soon.
people.
Yeah.
We did find out that one of our friends got to keep their job. They work at Walt Disney World. So that's a blessing for them. And hopefully a lot of other people have the same blessing to keep their jobs at Disney and anywhere else that's affected by all this.
I did not know that. I don't know why they would be open.
Wow. Knott's might be considered a smaller amusement park. And they don't talk about Santa Cruz, it's in the fall now, so I don't think they're going to be open. But Six Flags, they don't talk about those, so I don't know if those are considered smaller. I mean, Six Flags is pretty big, so
yeah. Which kind of if Disneyland's not opening, it kind of makes me concerned with cruising out of LA, because that might mean the ports might not be open if the governor's not going to let them do it. And Wanda was saying, I think I saw a note on here too, but they were saying that Carnival is under scrutiny right now by a federal judge, and that they have to, unless something's changed, they have to, before every ship, 60 days before it's sailed, they have to go through some kind of scrutiny. Wanda, if you can put it in what they have to do, but that's 60 days before they announce they're going back, and we're coming up on that window pretty soon when our cruise is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to think what will happen with cruising. So
I think we'll be okay. Mom, the spirit won't grab us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. Carnival Corporation was in a bit of hot water with some environmental concerns. So there was a whole court thing going on about not related to COVID or anything. It was another whole other issue. So I guess that's what they're waiting on to hear about that.
Yeah. So fingers crossed on that. And just like we were able to find an all-inclusive resort and loved it, we already have a backup plan if something happens. So either way,
unless we come up with something even better.
Yes.
Bobbin actually said dumping at sea. Yeah, they did dump a lot of stuff and they got caught. So
another ship that I wanted to talk about, which people might not be aware of, but it's called, and it's in stories. Greg thought I was joking when I said this because he relates
I know they're real.
You related it to the
Pirates
of the Caribbean movie. But
yeah. Well, that's where they had to get it from, the folklore.
It's the Fine Dutchman. So this is one of the legendary stories. It's a legendary ghost ship which was said to never to be able to make port, doomed to sail the oceans forever. The myth is likely to have originated from the 17th century golden age of the Dutch East India Company and Dutch maritime power. The oldest extant version of the legend has been dated to the late 18th century. According to the legend, if held by another ship, the crew of the Flying Dutchman was said to try to send messages to land.
Thank you, David and Aaron. Have a good week.
Or
Bye, guys.
to people long dead. Purported sightings in the 19th and 20th centuries claimed that the ship glowed with a ghostly light. So it's also in ocean lore, the sight of this phantom ship is a signal of doom.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories about ghost ships, a lot of just stories in general about life on the high seas and, ships that are vacant or ghost ships because apparently no one's on them, or you see them and then they're gone, and yeah, that's crazy.
And the amazing thing is when we were on Disney Fantasy, it was late at night. I was walking on the ship and I saw the Flying Dutchman going by. So
what? How much did you drink?
We won't say.
That's what the all-inclusive does to you.
It was a Disney Fantasy.
Oh yeah, they don't have the all-inclusive, do they?
No.
Oh well, you still had drinks, so it was a fantasy. That's what it was. See, the drinks caused a fantasy.
Okay, I made that part up, but
yeah,
that's beside the point. But let's kind of let's share some of our own. We're about 20 minutes left in the show. Let's share some of our spooky tales that we've personally have happened to us. So
I know Brad has a couple he was telling me about earlier.
We're going to throw it over to you guys.
All right. So spooky tales. What are you looking for? Are you looking
Nothing.
for a ghost already?
No.
So
Feels like someone's staring at me.
oh god, they're already watching us. So basically, actually, one of our vlogs recently on our channel, we went to a place called Kingston, Ontario. It's a town just about 2 hours down the freeway, or like our version of the interstate 401. And we stayed at a bed and breakfast called the Hochelaga Inn, which was an old Victorian house. At one time was a mansion. Also was owned by one of the relatives of the first Canadian Prime Minister. So there was a lot of history in this particular house. So we stayed a night in this beautiful Victorian style mansion in the room. And during the middle of the night, I was lying down. I woke up, and there was someone beside me between Chris and I. So it was kind of like, I kind of have, you know, when you're half asleep, half awake, you're not sure what's going on. So I kind of like, well, maybe I'm just kind of sleeping.
But you thought it was me, though.
Yeah. So this person gets up, gets out of the bed, and goes to the washroom. Then I hear Chris snoring.
Snoring? I don't snore.
If Chris is still there snoring, who just got out of the
I
bed?
don't snore.
So there was literally someone in the bed between the two of us, and just like, okay, this is really weird. So I went back to sleep. I didn't think too much of it. The next morning, we were having breakfast downstairs, and I happened to go on my phone and look up haunted places in Kingston, Ontario. And the first place that pops up is the Hochelaga Inn, where we stayed. So it's haunted. There was actually a ghost in the room with us that night. And because of the hotels, it's listed as a haunted place, we actually had an experience, which was something else.
Wow.
And, like I'm really glad I read that the morning after, not the night before. That's all I have to say.
If you experience first and then you read about it after.
Something I don't get is there's so many rooms in the bed and breakfast. He picked this old vintage room.
Well,
I don't know
hotel is
why.
really-
It's like
an old building.
it's
yeah.
really vintage. It's like, and I was like surprised. It's like in so many rooms to pick. Why did you pick this? And it's like, oh well.
Yeah.
You went to the washroom and you said nothing was there, right?
I just looked. I didn't want to go in there. It's
Oh.
like, we'll just leave that alone. I'll just pretend I didn't see it and try to close my eyes.
No wonder why
sleep.
it's
Yeah.
weird because there's like a vacant spot in between us.
There was a bit of space, yeah.
The bed is king size bed, and there's like, it's like a spot in between. Like it's weird.
I guess we were sleeping in someone's bed that night. So
Wow. I wonder if there was an indention or anything. That's
Did you feel any? Was it like a chill, like a coldness that people relate to ghosts?
you know, when sometimes when you're in a room by yourself or just two of us, you can sort of sense like movement, like you feel like there's like the air is moving around a certain way or something like that. I did feel that a couple times throughout the night, and that's what sometimes that alerts me to like, oh, there's something going on here. That's what I usually, if I feel something, it's usually like you'll feel like the air kind of move a certain way. So.
And you also had an experience at McDonald's, I think you said.
That's right. Before my job where I work now, I used to work at McDonald's here in Canada as a store manager. So I had my own locations I looked after. And one of the locations I looked after was in a food court in an older mall built in the 1950s. Ooh. So the one night I was staying late because there was an inventory. So I'm in the restaurant's office, which was a really tiny office. Basically, there's the computer. Then behind me was a bit of storage space. So as I'm on the computer, just entering some information, I get that same feeling like someone's behind me. So I kind of look, oh, nothing's there. Go back on the computer, do my thing, and I start feeling it again, like someone's coming up behind me. Look, nothing there. Then I start seeing the hairs rise on my arms, and I feel like the hair rising on my neck, and like this is really creepy. Like whatever, I'm just my imagination. Get back to work. Then stuff just falls off the storage shelf behind me, like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? So that was really creepy. And it turns out that McDonald's location, before it was a McDonald's, used to be a fish and chip shop. And the owner of the fish and chip shop actually murdered his son inside the store.
Ooh.
So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, that's probably why there's a lot of kind of angry, negative energy in that
Did
place.
he serve him?
Derick. Oh my gosh. God
But
bless
if you look up Eglinton Square Shopping Center and murder, the story of the person will come up on Google. So. Mm-hmm.
That's
wow.
scary.
And you had some or Chris, did you have anything?
No.
He's like, I don't remember.
I think for me, it's mostly like Brad says. Like for me, if I'm home alone, the whole house, I mean, the whole condo is bright. I don't leave. I don't like darkness. But at night when I go to bed, it's dark. It's like I turn off the lights. But sometimes I feel like someone's like staring at you on a blind, like in the dark space.
I get
in the
this
dark
feeling
thing, yeah.
more when we stay in certain hotels. I'll feel like some rooms are fine. I sleep like a baby, and some rooms it's like, okay, there's like a little bit of kind of spirits or something in here. It's something it just feels like it, you know, like it's
Like
hard.
you're
It's really hard to
disturbing
explain.
something.
Some
Yeah.
people might understand what I'm talking about. But.
Yeah, you sound like you're like highly sensitive to that kind of stuff. And I've kind of been told that myself, which I've encountered some things in my past too. Did you say that you saw something at Mervin's or?
I did. First, welcome Jeffrey Resendez. Also, Cheap Mo Food Cat was asking, was it the father or the son?
I
Oh,
thought I heard
the son. Yeah.
So the father killed the son.
Yeah. Really?
Said that building is old.
Then it became a McDonald's. Smiles are free.
So I'll tell you about the Mervin's one in a little bit, but at my parents' house, probably in the 80s, the house was very active for whatever reason. They don't mention it anymore, but a lot of the pets reacted to things. It was Halloween night, and we took my uncle, my mom's brother. He was flying back to England. Halloween night, we drove down to LAX to drop him off, and my brother was home, and he was there on the couch. All three dogs were there, and all three of them were staring out at the front window, and all of them were moving their head as they watched something going out. And he was just like looking around thinking, okay, this is crazy. He's also had in his room, this is probably the most recent one, probably within the last 5 years. He was asleep. He woke up and he saw a heavy set, short guy leaning up like this against the wall.
Too.
I don't know if he was smoking, and he was staring at him. And he like looked at him, and then he closed his eyes and he opened them up again. The guy was gone.
Oh.
My mom, she was sleeping in her bedroom, and she felt something hitting the bottom of the bed. And then when she opened her eyes, she saw a glowing lady in a white dress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was like in the middle of the night.
Glowing lady, wow.
And then also she was in the same room where my brother was with the pets. This is probably like 15 years ago. And she's watching the TV, and all of a sudden my mom's cat was on her lap, and all of a sudden it stood up and it started hissing at something behind my mom. And she was like looking around.
I wouldn't even turn.
The cat was like angry at something. So there's definitely something that has been in the house, but it was more active in the 80s. My dad saw someone going by in the kitchen window. He went around to the other side to see what it was. He thought it was my mom. And the white figure was not my mom. It was apparently a ghost that had walked the other way. So he went to talk to her, and he goes, she's not here. So he went to the room and said, were you out in the living room? And she said, no, I've been here the whole time. So pretty active stuff.
He saw the ghost or no?
He saw it he saw it in there. He thought it was mom.
I don't even think about that stuff when I go to the house. So now I'm going to start thinking about that. But
because I heard some people, they attract that kind of energy. Like they have the third eye kind of thing. Like when they see them, they attract them.
And a cat and dog's senses are a lot more heightened. Like whiskers, they can detect things that we can't see. They can hear things we can't hear. So it's
children and babies are the same. They see things that adults don't see.
So for Mervin's, I used to work at a department store which was called Mervin's. It was created in the Hayward, California area, and they did start to branch around to different areas of the country. They ended up being purchased by, they were called Dayton Hudson's, but then they changed the name to Target Corporation. So we were under the Target Corporation because Target did like 75% of the business. But Marshall Field's, Dayton, Hudson's, they were all part of the, at one time, the umbrella, until they started consolidating them, but we eventually closed our stores. So one of the I was with Mervyn's for 16 years. They're similar to like a Kohl's, but that's probably the closest one if you guys are familiar with Kohl's. So in Santa Maria, I lived in Santa Maria for about 2 years, and this store was highly haunted. And someone said, as they always say, this store was built on a burial site.
I don't think they could even legally do that.
I don't know. But so some of the things that would happen, they would hear like a baby crying, and because it was a 2-level store, but there was really 3 levels in the back room, the stock rooms. And in the second level, they would hear like a baby crying. So you would go back in there, there'd be nothing there. There was one guy who in the shoe department, there was only one way that you could get into the stock room. And he was working like, say, here, and then you had to go this way along a back wall. I'm not explaining it very well, but basically he heard a shoe far away fall off from the shelf. So he looked around the corner and he saw a box on there. So they use the technology Target does with the scan gun, and they scan it and they put it back onto a shelf that's barcoded. So he went there and put the shoe on there. He went back around the corner and the shoe fell again. And he did it like 3 times. And then the third time it fell, he looked around the corner and he saw like a ghostly figure walking through the Lundy and going out of the, like through the wall. There was one entrance in there. It wasn't another associate. So I was an opening manager one morning, and I had this one guy that would go around and pull all the batches for the store. He asked me if I could walk with him through this batch because he was in the second level again, and he goes, "Can you come back here with me while I finish this batch?" And I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because apparently he was on the 3rd level, and he had a big canvas bin that he was dumping pillows and sheets into. So when he was doing it, he was dropping them over and they were going into it. All of a sudden, as he wasn't looking where he was doing, he was just putting them over the edge, and all of a sudden he started hearing him hitting the floor. So he was like, what the heck? So he looked over the railing because the walkway was like underneath him, and he saw the canvas cart moving backwards underneath it and then moving back so he could dump it, and then moving back.
But nobody was there.
Nobody was there.
Oh,
So he went downstairs and there was no one. There was no one there. So that same guy, he was downstairs on the bottom floor in receiving.
Poor guy.
He was dumping stuff in the compactor. And they had like a really long staircase, which went basically from level 1 all the way up to level 2. But it was a huge level high. And he turned around, and there was a Mervyn's shopping bag that was like someone was holding it, but it was just the bag that was coming down the steps. And he said, "I'm done." And he quit.
Wow.
So that story, there's so many different tales. I had an experience where there was one entry into the back room, and someone said, "Hey, Derick, the lights went on, the automated lights went on, and they're only censored when people move." And I said, okay, I'll go in there and check it out. I'm thinking, oh, great, I'm going to see something. So I went back there, and I felt like a chill, like a cold air go through me. And I was like, ooh, that was nasty. So I went through there. My hair was up just because I'm thinking I'm expecting to see something. So I went there and didn't see anything. So I opened the door to go back on the sales floor. And at that moment, the associate didn't do it on purpose, but they walked around this wall that was like blinded. Like I couldn't see them. So when I stepped out, they were literally there right in front of my face. And I screamed the loudest you could ever hear. I collapsed on my knees. I was so scared. And she couldn't stop laughing. And she was telling everyone, Derick went on his knees. And I was like literally scared out of my mind. But I did feel a cold chill coming through me as I was going up the stairs to check it out. So yeah, that place was definitely freaky. We did say we have Katie Burr. Welcome. Great. Sorry, Chris. Let me welcome some people. Visos Travel. Thank you for joining us. And I think we're caught up on everyone. Chris, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I think the one that we're staying at, because we're going back to Vancouver in December. I think Fairmont in Victoria, I heard is haunted because Kat and Maddie already told me that it's a haunted hotel. And
You're supposed to tell us after, not before.
oh, well, when Scott sent me a link to check it out, and I clicked the link, and I saw so many ghost stories on that hotel, and I'm like, oh my god, thanks a lot.
Bring your sage and burn it, and cleanse the place, and you'll be okay.
It's gonna be where he goes, I go. I'm not gonna stay by myself anyway.
Well, that's
Said they had 3 goldfish on the floor at Lowe's. Wow, that's weird.
At Lowe's,
Yeah,
we say, wait, what did it say? We save all,
they got them. They took them home.
die next day. So why were there? How could goldfish end up at Lowe's? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
The commercial they would always do is open, open, open.
Yeah.
Wonder, so funny.
I'll just say a quick story that when I was little, and I thought I told my mom this, but we were at Old Base Housing
Oh my god, really?
at at Castle Air Force Base in Atwater, and I had opened. We had like these long white drapes, and I had opened them. It was at nighttime, and I shared a room with my 2 brothers, and I had opened the drapes. And I just remember seeing an apparition of an old bony man at a desk, and then I saw a bony dog, and it just like the person just turned and looked at me, and I closed the curtains really fast, and I don't think I even opened them after that. I was so scared. So that was like the first time I actually saw anything, and then from there we moved to another house, and I know my sister saw somebody in the doorway of her room, but they weren't like a person wasn't physically there, but she saw like the outline of somebody. And also, I guess things were missing. And my dad would say that he didn't feel like he was alone at times, that he would get a feeling. And then also recently at the place that is now my parents', my niece and nephew said that they were just watching TV and they saw the trash can just start flipping by itself. And she looked at him and said, "Did you see that?" And he said, "Yes." And I guess they saw like shadows and like a shadow in the hallway. I never saw it. My mom never saw it, but I guess they've experienced stuff like that. So I've had other things that I've experienced and gone through. So I definitely believe that's just me, but yeah. So
Scary. Surfer girl said, "We went to Charleston, West Virginia. So glad I didn't know about all the ghost stories of that town." So we ask you guys in the first we're almost at the top of the hour.
A bony dog. It was a ghost dog, basically.
We're almost at the top of the hour. So we have some great channels which are coming up. The ship show, for the cruising side, this and that on the Disney side. But would you guys, if you knew a place was haunted, would you want to know about it? Sorry, if a place was haunted, would you want to know about it before you went or not? I think I would want
trash pail thing too.
I think I would want to know.
I don't think it.
Oh,
To me, they can't hurt you. Most of the time, they don't hurt you. You just, do your own thing. But if it's a malevolent type of a thing, then yeah, you don't want to be there.
that's so weird, Greg, because my mom tells me the exact same thing. The ghosts or dead people can hurt you. You know who you should be scared of? The live ones, because they could kill you.
Yeah, well, and then also I think anything malevolent, could possibly hurt people too. But I try to stay on the light side, the good side, and just do my own thing.
I'd rather not know, because I think when you do know, you'd probably then your mind starts playing games on you, and you might make stuff up in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't know, then you have the experience. It's like, okay, that was genuine, that was real. So that's it.
So now I'm gonna see a red lady when I go Victoria. Thanks a lot, Matt.
So Chris, yeah, they've lost their last 2 games though, and their defense has been horrible, and they used to have a top 5 defense. So hopefully they'll get back on track. It's still early in the year.
We're at the top of the hour, so I did want to say thank you again very much to ChadCruisers, to Brad and Chris for being on our show again with us. We always love having you, and heart right back at you. We what's going on? We do have our Halloween show next week. Halloween lands on a Saturday. Of all the years it can land on a Saturday, why did it have to be 2020? Because people can't do anything, really. So we're just going to stay and watch spooky movies, eat junk food, and have fun. We'll have our show on Wednesday. It's our Halloween show. Saturday on Halloween, we have our Five Foolish Mortals show. On Jim's channel, More Sunshine Please, with Disney Nerd Herders and Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. And then later that day, we also have a show with Rachel Loves Disney, along with ChadCruisers and Maddie and Scott.
That'll be fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maddie and Scott.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
So we have a couple things that we're going to be doing on Halloween, but for the most part on Halloween, we do have some plans that we're going to do. So other than YouTube, so we're just going to have a spooky good time.
Want to thank everyone who gave the super chats, Wanda, Margaret Wilson, and NoMapsNeededTravel. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, you guys, please subscribe to Wanda's channel, which is Cruising for Food. No Maps Needed Travel. They were our spotlight channel for tonight.
Thank you again for that
So
super chat.
thank you guys.
For
Really
all the
appreciate
super
it.
chats.
Yes. And it looks like for most people, they don't want to know from the chat. Pepper Tree Villa, thanks again, as always. Our brothers from up in the Bay Area. And yeah, it was a fun show today. It's always great this time of year to hear some scary, spooky stories.
Yep.
And
We kept it light and fun though. So, but we hope that you guys all have a good day.
thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
Smash.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to say, Brad or Chris?
Yeah, I enjoyed your ship stories.
Yeah. Ship stories.
I just want to say happy 3rd YouTube anniversary. Thanks, Jim, for that term. YouTube anniversary to you both.
Sorry, yeah.
Thanks for being
Thank you.
part of this community, always being so supportive of other channels. That's amazing. You always talk about other channels more than you talk about yourself, which is not a lot of people do.
Yes.
And we all appreciate it, everything you do for us, and
Thank you.
we really value your friendship. So
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Thank you, guys. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check out ChadCruisers, please do. They've been doing some really cool things because I'm not too familiar with Canada, but I've always been interested, and they've been putting out some really great videos on it. They're filmed like a travel channel video, so they've been fun, guys. So thank you so much, Captain Akron. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And we're going to end our show here. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
How we like to end our show is, I'm Derick.
I'm Gregory.
If you forget our name, it's okay, because I'm a little explorer.
I'm the Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
We are just getting started.
have a great night, everyone.
Have a spooky week.